Alright guys, real quick, just going to use this opportunity to shill my other platforms. You can find all my links on my Linktree page. The main pages I'm going to be using other than YouTube are going to be Minds, Odyssey, BitChute, Rumble, and Truth Social. So if you guys want to give me a follow over on those other platforms, I'd really appreciate it. But without further ado, let's get into the video. Alright guys, what is up here today? Jigsaw0097, and I'm making another Eagles video on this one. This is of course about the Eagles' victory over the Lions, 38-35, and the score is a little bit deceiving because the Eagles were up quite a bit during most of this game, but it was just a back and forth game. The Lions defense and the Eagles defense couldn't really get a rhythm, and it was just one of those back and forth type games. Really enjoyable to watch, actually. The beginning of the game didn't look so good for the Eagles. There was that early touchdown with Jamal Williams on the Lions, and then the Eagles went 3 and out. But a lot of this game, guys, really was the Lions couldn't stop the Eagles on third down, and Jalen Hurts runs quite a bit, which I will get into shortly. And really one of the best ways to describe this Eagles offense from what I'm seeing is speed. Speed and attack is one of their biggest strengths, guys. And in really a weird way, it actually reminds me of that first year of Chip Kelly, especially that game where they came out against the Redskins and just completely blew them out. Because you got Jalen Hurts running around, very Michael Vick, Donovan McNabb reminiscence there. And then also A.J. Brown, guys, he's looking very good. It kept confusing me because he's wearing number 11. I'm so used to Carson Wentz still in my head that every time I saw number 11, I kept thinking Carson Wentz, just because that's kind of how I watch football. I look at the numbers more than I look at the actual players. But A.J. Brown, guys, he had a very good game, and he's looking like that veteran that the Eagles needed for sure. And yeah, that first scoring drive with the Eagles, it was a very gutsy call to go for it on fourth, but Jalen Hurts getting the first touchdown definitely helped the Eagles' momentum quite a bit. But really, like I said, I think A.J. Brown was just so key to the Eagles getting any momentum in this game at all, and he was just very fun to watch, very surprising to just see how well he was right from the beginning. But anyway, another one that I really liked watching was Miles Sanders. He wasn't as much of a factor later in the game, but early in the game he really helped get that going. So the Eagles have they've got a really dynamic offense from what I'm seeing. I mean, like I've said in previous videos, I'm not really a running quarterback kind of guy just because their overall longevity in my mind is not congruent with like long-term success. But Jalen Hurts definitely has what it takes to be that rushing quarterback, guys. He, like I said, he really has the speed of Michael Vick in many ways, but he reminds me more of Donovan McNabb. I've always felt that way about him. He just has more of a Donovan McNabb type presence on the field. But the Eagles have a great running attack with Jalen Hurts. You know, he's kind of he's got that Russell Wilson factor that defenses are always going to have to account for. And then they've got a great running back in Miles Sanders, and now they've got A.J. Brown and they've got Devontae Smith. So it's a really good offensive combo there, as well as Dallas Goedert as the premium tight end. James Bradbury also had an amazing interception. That was really fun to watch. I always love when defenses get plays like that. Zach Pascal was another really fun one to watch. As you guys know already, I've been out of the Eagles game for quite a while, so a lot of these players are more like new discoveries to me. But yeah, Zach Pascal, he's one for me to watch now for sure. And then, of course, another really fun one, and he did get a touchdown this game, is my new favorite Philadelphia Eagle, guys, Kenneth Gainwell. I actually really liked when the Eagles drafted him in general. He's one of the few college players that I actually paid attention to. When the Eagles took him with the 5th round 2020 pick from Memphis, me and my friend that go to the gym, we were just hyping him up because we both really liked him. And so, yeah, Kenneth Gainwell, he's always a fun one to watch, and I was really glad that he got a touchdown as well. And then, of course, Boston Scott also got a touchdown, and he's another one that's just looking really good. So, yeah, overall, it was a good game. It was a good game, but the Eagles, like I said, they struggled on defense. You had that really late penalty. C.J. Garner-Johnson got that penalty that basically kept the Lions alive and made it as close as it was. But ultimately, the Eagles were always just one step ahead in this game. was a really good game to watch. It was back and forth. I'll be honest, I had no clue if the Eagles were going to win or lose the whole time. I definitely underestimated the Lions. I thought they were going to be a much easier team to beat than this, but got to give them credit where credit is due. But ultimately, guys, the Eagles did come away with the victory. And like I said, I haven't really been following the Eagles that well over the last couple years. So I'm just going to kind of make these videos very brief until I kind of get the full swing of things again. But this was the first game I've watched probably since the 49ers game last year when the Eagles played the 49ers. So this was like the first full game that I really actually watched. Like watched, because you know, I watched the highlights a lot in previous years, but this was the first game that I watched all the way through, and it was just really fun to watch this offense. Completely different than what we had with Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz, and in a lot of good ways. Like I said, this reminds me a lot more of the Chip Kelly style offense, which for all of Chip Kelly's criticisms, mostly on just what he did to the team after his second year, his offense was always fun to watch. And when Chip Kelly's offense did work, it was dynamic. And I think Nick Sirianni has a little bit of both here. He's got the good gutsy calls on fourth down and stuff like that of Doug Peterson, but then he's got the speed of Chip Kelly. So it'll be a fun one to watch. The defense really needs to tighten it up going forward because from what I've read, we do apparently have one of the best defenses in the entire league. So I would like to see the Eagles tighten that down a little more, but who knows, maybe the Lions offense was just that dynamic, so it was hard for the Eagles to contain it because it was back and forth. And then also the offensive line seems to be struggling a little bit. I'm not watching Jalen Hurts hold on to the ball too long, but he does have a problem with his reads from what I'm seeing. He's going through like one, maybe two reads, and then he'll go for the run. But that could be just because he feels the pressure of the offensive line collapsing. And I don't know. This is a problem that Carson Wentz had as well. That always frustrated me, is that he would just go for look around for Zach Ertz every time, and then if Zach Ertz wasn't there, he would try to run it or something like that. And so we'll just have to see. Like I said, I'm very open to the idea of Hurts being the long-term quarterback, but I do know what he is. I know that he's a running quarterback, and it was my criticism of Carson Wentz as well. This is why I always said I wanted to keep Nick Foles after the Super Bowl, because I'm just more of a pocket quarterback type guy. That's just how I am. But anyway, guys, that's kind of the video today. Let me know what you guys thought about this win. Do you think the Eagles are a good contender? It looks like the football team, or whatever that we're going to call them, the commies, the football team, the Redskins, I don't really know what the hell to call this team anymore, but it looks like they beat the Jaguars today, and then the Giants actually live. Let's see here. Let's check real quick. Looks like the Lions are losing 0-13 to the Titans, and then we have the Cowboys versus the Bucks tonight. So the NFC standings are looking pretty good. You know, we're competing with the communists, and then the Giants look like they're going to lose. Who knows? It's the third quarter. They could still win, but if the Giants lose, that's going to be very good. And then the Bucks playing the Cowboys, that's a high chance that the Cowboys will lose that one. Let's just say that. And if they do beat the Bucks, I'll give the Cowboys massive credit because that's a tough win. But yeah, we'll just play this week by week, guys. And then if anything interesting happens with the Eagles, I'll make videos as well. But as you know, I'm focusing on doing other kinds of content as well. So my full-time focus is no longer on the Eagles and the NFL, but I still do enjoy it, and I will cover it when I can. But thank you guys so much for watching the video. Also, please like this if you got this far. I really appreciate that. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. And then also, as I said in the beginning of the video, be sure to check me out on those other platforms as well. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Jigsaw097. I will talk to you all later.